What is the deal, beautiful people, man? You know who this is. This is Lily. I am the host of the Ish We Talk. Ooh, tonight we're going to be talking about Trump. When do we not talk about that guy? We're also going to be talking about Sha Carri. We're going to talk about the Prince of Scam Africanism, and we're going to talk about Ari and Bernie, and then we're also going to talk about that whole fraud situation, and then we're going to talk about Ezekiel. We got a lot of things popping, and I want y'all to be here on my live to watch it with me and my co-host. And as always, take care of yourself and others.
Y'all know what this is. It's the Ish We Talk. Let's go!
What up, what up, what up, what up, beautiful people? Man, how y'all doing this lovely Saturday evening? You know who I am. I am Lily. I am the host of this wonderful show that we have. I am with the co-host, the lady that pushes all the bells and the whistles, the lady that makes sure we get all of our categories. Without her would not be no me. I tell y'all that all the time because it is right. So right. Give a round of applause for my cousin and my co-host, Lindsay.
Hello, how's it going?
And I have random floating balloons in the background. So if you start hitting stuff, go slap, 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 slap. It's hitting the ceiling fan. But I'm just gonna, show must go on. I got all the pleasantries out the way, but I always want to give a big shout out to Twitch. What's up, y'all? Y'all are degenerates. Y'all act just like me, and that's why I love y'all. And a big shout out to TikTok. I'm on TikTok right now. If you are tuning in on the live on TikTok, please hit the buttons, like us up, like us up, like us up. The more and more people like, the more and more people view. And that's all I need to see because I'm trying to be rich.
I wanna be rich.
Uh,
Oh, I wanna be rich.
for sure. Lindsay, what's the deal? How's your health? How's your wealth? How was your week, my dog?
Everything is everything. I am here. And that's a blessing in itself.
There you go.
You know.
There you go. Take the little things.
Mm-hmm. How's your week?
My week's been man, full and of downloaded information. Like for you guys, I am trying to get my insurance license. So that on top of taking care of a 2-year-old, on top of working 9 to 10 hours a day, I have had a week, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate y'all for coming to be here with me because without y'all, I would not be able to do this.
Yes, absolutely. That's why we need to be rich so we can quit these jobs and work on the careers, stuff that we want to actually do.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, you wanted to get into these topics?
Let's get into these topics.
All right. So, let's just start with Ezekiel Thomas. If that name sounds a bit familiar, it is because in 2022, when he was 19 years old, he went on a 24-hour killing spree in Memphis where he killed 3 people and injured 3 people. It was so bad that they had to put in a what is it called? They had to put in a shelter in place until they captured him. When they captured him, he was just smiling like somebody told him he won the lottery. Talking about he was smiling like all the 32 teeth you could see in his mouth.
Damn.
And and that was when they was putting him in the car. And then he was smiling out through his mugshots and stuff like that. They thought he killed 4 people, but the 4th person was actually killed by somebody else, unfortunately. So he got sentenced this past week, and he got 3 life sentences plus 221 years. He looks very different now, as you can believe. And he ended up pleading guilty because he was avoiding the death penalty, because they were most definitely going for the death penalty when when the prosecutors were going for their case and whatnot. So Mr. Kelly, something like this you would think would be a white guy, but no, he went against the stereotype, and that is a young black man. that terrorized Memphis. So yeah, um, our prayers and condolences, goes to the families of those victims of his, because that was definitely something terrible. You know, you never think that you just run into the auto parts store or to the grocery store that you'll never see your loved one again. And unfortunately, there's people that happened to.
Yeah,
So
that was mad business.
yeah,
Uh, my condolences to the families. I don't know what that young man was on, but it was on. He was on demon time for real. Y'all be trying
yeah,
to talk about y'all on demon time. That guy was on demon time. And
yeah,
all jokes aside, I know everybody wants to give people second chances and all that, but I think in this case he knows he fucked up too.
yeah,
He was just trying his best not to get killed by these people.
yeah, yeah. And another thing that he did was he went live on Facebook during all of this. So yeah,
Yeah, he had to be on something.
yeah,
I just can't see. I mean, don't nobody wants to be Facebook famous that bad.
no,
And in my opinion, I could be lying. He probably did this to be famous. I mean, if you want to be famous in jail, be my guest. I don't know what else to say.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a crazy event that occurred, and then there had to be some mental break, and because don't nobody in their right mind do no shit like this, you
Uh,
know, and it's just so random and like it wasn't anything that those victims did to deserve this. It was just some random shit that he did. So it's just really sad. And then for those families have to relive it and stuff like that through the trials and all that kind of stuff. Like it's kind of messed up. It's kind of messed up, but excuse me. Some people may think that he got what he deserved. I saw a lot of people in the comments that was like he should have got more time, and it's like 3 life sentences plus 221 years. Man, he's gonna be in jail in the afterlife. Like, and when he gets reincarnated, they're gonna take him back to jail. Like he's gone.
yeah, you're gonna say what you're gonna say, and people gonna have their opinion, and it's all good. But man, truth be told, man, ain't nothing y'all could do now. If y'all like, I remember my brother told me that a long time ago. Like when people get mad about sentences, y'all didn't try to stop him, or y'all didn't try to do nothing before that sentence hit. So you know, I don't know why people be talking now. When you locked up, boy, you get information real fast, and somebody could have sent something to somebody to do something to that man if it was that serious. Um, in protective custody and all these things happen every day. So
Yeah,
ain't no real sense of saying he should have got more. He should have got the death penalty. If y'all wanted to give him the death penalty, that would have been in effect.
yeah. They wouldn't have allowed no death penalty to be off the table.
Yeah,
You know, um, but yeah. Have a question for you.
I hope I have an answer.
And it's not necessarily pertaining to this particular situation, but just in general. If you have a loved one, it doesn't have to necessarily be a family member, but a loved one nonetheless that is going away for forever. Like there's no chance of them getting out. Um, would you still be in communication with them?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it matter what they did?
It does matter. Like if you touching kids, then nah, I ain't gonna touch you. I ain't
Yeah,
I'm not about to accept not a phone call, not a nothing. Um,
agreed.
you know, if you doing that, or if you graping women out here like that, yeah, nah, I'm gonna stay away from you. But
Mhm.
uh, we know we just to be quite honest, man. You put 10 people in a room, none of them know a killer.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. That's not uncommon, and it's sad to say, but it's the truth. Unless you grew up in a certain demographic, if you grew up in my demographic, 9 times out of 10, you know somebody that has slumped somebody, and if they call, you probably gonna accept that call if you love them.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. I would I would agree with you on the stipulations. It definitely matters what they did. Anything to do with kids, anything to do with grape, um, we're done here. We're done here.
Yeah, I can't accept that call. I can't because I can't condone nothing like that. I can't be the one that you can call and talk to. Like I'm sorry. I just
Yeah,
something about that just it don't sit on me right. And I would hope you don't even think of me when you're in there. Like just to be quite honest.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was just thinking that because I'm like, this man went at 19, and that's that's young. That's young, and it could have very well have been, you know, a bad trip.
That's what I'm thinking it was.
Yeah, which again doesn't condone what he did, but I mean, some people do have bad trips, you know. Um, but do you throw that person away because he's gonna be in there for a really long time. If he lives a long time, it ain't like he did this shit in his 50s. He did this shit at 19. He got
I mean,
sentenced at 22.
it's a wrap. I mean,
Yeah.
ain't no say. To be quite fair, like yeah, you gonna talk to him, but ain't really nothing you could do.
No, it ain't nothing you can do, but it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you still have communication with them? Do you still go and see them and stuff like that? Because, I mean, their life is pretty much done.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you still go see him. It ain't like, I mean, what? It's not gonna hurt anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Hmm.
and if that's your people's, like, you got to think that was if that's your little cousin, man, and your little cousin just made a mistake, man. Yeah, he caused he unalived some people. He hurt some people. That's still your cousin at the end of the day. If he say, hey, I need you up here just for moral support, man, because I know I'm gonna be here for 211 years. Can you just come up here and just like have a simple conversation? If you can't do that, then man, listen, that wasn't your cool cousin in the first place. Then,
Yeah.
right? And you could just be quite honest because sometimes it ain't for everybody. Me personally, if it was something like that and somebody reached out to me like that, man, and that was one of my loved ones, I'll go see them. I'm not saying it would be I'm gonna make it a habit or anything of that nature like that. Just to be quite honest, just because it's probably gonna be days he don't want to talk to nobody. You got to
Yeah.
think this is he's gonna be there for a long time. It is gonna get to a point where he doesn't want to see anybody. But in the meantime, in between time, if he reached out, yeah, it shouldn't be no hesitation. But again, that's me. I don't fault nobody for saying fuck no.
Yeah. Right, right, right. That's what I was thinking too. And then I was thinking, life moves on. Um, and I can't get mad when people be like, I can't come up there because of this, or I can't come up there because of that.
Right.
So it's just hard. Like you also got to think about his family that's impacted by this as well, because now people are demonizing the family because how
Right.
can y'all raise a person like this? And there could be absolutely nothing that the parents could have done better. We don't know.
I mean, everybody make choices. He 40
Yeah,
said that shit.
right. Absolutely, absolutely. So I don't know, man, but again, prayers to the victims' families, and prayers to his family as well, because they got to be held to watch their loved one go through this. Even though they caused it, still nonetheless.
And
You
we gotta figure out something. Oh, we got a special voice guest.
know. So that's Ezekiel Kelly. So next up, let's talk about Trump. So Trump has deployed the National Guard on the city of DC to pretty much clean up the city of DC. So they are deployed for approximately a week, walking around harassing people, basically. Um, I saw a video where it was about like three or four National Guard people. They walked up on a group of guys that were sitting on some steps in front of a house, and was questioning them, asked them if they had their ID. The guy was like, "I live here. No, no, I don't have my ID." And so the guy was pretty cool. He pretty much explained what all is going on and what they're there for and what not, and explained the laws and what have you. Um, but you're not gonna run into everybody that's gonna explain some shit to you. But yeah, it's just the mere fact that they're there. Nobody asked them to be there. Um, Usually, how it goes is that the city will request for the additional assistance, but nobody asked for them to be there. There wasn't a specific incident that happened that made Trump do this, but um, he saw a lot of homeless people. He wanted to get the homeless people off the streets.
Yeah, and Trump act like he ain't never been to Washington before.
Right.
That's
I've
that's
never
that's the
been to
crazy shit.
Washington, and I heard how it is, but I've heard that it has gone down in spite of the resources no longer being there. And that's the crazy part about all this, because it's a
Right.
trickle down effect. Like, you cannot cut funding and then get mad when the people that needed the funding are on the streets. You know what I'm saying? A
Right.
lot of those people that are on the streets are people that are unhoused due to circumstances that they could not control, like being fired from a job, like not being able to find another job. But then there's also people with mental health issues that are on the streets, and there's also people with drug issues that are on the streets as well. You cannot cut jobs, cut funding for mental health facilities, cut funding for drug facilities, and then get mad when the people that depended on those facilities are on the streets. You can't get, like, what? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Sorry. Like, what's going on? So, yeah, now he wants to clean up the streets, but then, like, the whole thing is that they want to take them to the shelters, but if they refuse to go to the shelters, then they take them to jail. So, yeah. Um, what are your thoughts on this?
Not too much. Real talk. Not too much. It's
Mm,
Trump is inadequate. It just is what it is. Um, Trump doesn't know how to run America. Trump doesn't know how to run his own house.
yeah.
Just so I don't know. At this point, it's like even having an opinion about it it just kind of sucks nowadays because it's Trump. Like, man, let's just be quite
Mhm.
honest. Like, it's Trump. It is gonna be 1,000 people that don't like what's going on with Trump, and it just is what it is. And it's gonna be 1,000 people that will see things like this and justify it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, like I said earlier, if Trump act like he's never been in Washington before, um, I haven't even been in Washington, but I can guarantee you this. Um, he's been there for a long time, and he's been knowing them homeless people were there. He's just making dummy moves, basically, and that's fine. I mean, that's what we got to deal with, and that's what we're going to continue to deal with, and that's okay,
Yeah.
because my president is orange.
Yeah. 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 It's a stupid thing. Do you think that this is another attempt for us to be distracted from the whole Epstein files not being released
No,
debacle?
no,
Yeah.
no. At this point, the world knows that it's a cover up. So
Yeah.
he can try to deflect it, but at the end of the day, this is a cover up. And we know it. I ain't know what I'm saying. The point you doing this is just showing up how much of a really ridiculous thing it is to even have you as our president as of now. Um, I don't know if you had a plan and then because you're older you forgot, but this is the this is the onslaught of it, where you think what will end homelessness in Washington is to release the National Guard. Uh, that's crazy. That's just like me saying the way I'm going to teach my son is to go outside and start busting windows out of people's cars. Like, just it just is what it is. That's your president. I mean, gotta love him. Gotta love him.
Yeah, like this is so stupid. It's very, very stupid. But it's like they're not gonna do nothing about it.
They're not. And I mean, it is what it is.
And like, do you think that he like maybe got, Diddy level tapes on people?
Nah,
But
nah.
like
Trump ain't
what
got none
is
of
it?
that.
But what is it that is so intimidating by Trump about
It,
Trump?
it's nothing intimidating about him. He knows whose elbows to rub. That's it. And then he turns around and stabs them in the back. And then he puts himself in positions where they cannot touch him. That's
Yeah.
just what it is. He's been doing this for years. And
That's
now he don't need evidence when I'm just the overlord of scumbagginess. Only thing that I'm waiting for is people to make mistakes and allow me in. And that's what it is. And he's going to control. And one of the things that makes Trump so much of this type of person is he's able to generate um, the less of his Caucasian brethren. Like, he makes them think that he is something to strive for. And so that's where he gets his rocks off with.
yeah. Yeah, it's wild.
That's your president, man.
Yeah. Right. Right. And then have you seen the whole thing with the gerrymandering that they're trying to do in Texas?
No.
Okay, so they're trying to remap the districts in Texas, and they're trying to do that because Trump told Governor Abbott that pretty much with the 2026 elections coming, that they need more Republicans. And so he has they're trying to remap so that they can get more Republicans. Well, the Democrats left the state because you got to be in the state to go on ahead and vote.
Mm-hmm.
So the Democrats have left the state. So they like went to Illinois, they went to Michigan, New York, like they fled. And so they can't make these they can't vote. They can't make these votes happen without them. So they have until a certain date to do these votes, and they're waiting it out until that date comes and passes. But Abbott is threatening them with fines. He's threatening them with jail time, all this type of things that he's threatening them with because they fled the state.
Wow.
Yeah. And so to offset what Texas is doing, because Texas is a Republican state, there are Democrat states that are like, well, if they're gonna do it, then we're gonna remap to offset what they're doing. So yeah. So it's a mess. But the thing is that you're not supposed to remap, but every 10 years. What they do is they go off of the census. So you know how we do the census once every decade.
Yeah.
So once the census gets done, that's when they do the remapping according to the answers from the census. One of the many reasons why the census is so important. But yeah, so the fact that they're doing it mid-decade is some bullshit in itself. So yeah.
I mean, is anything? It's just like is anything like the same anymore? Like all of this is just all of this is just extra. So that's the government is all over the place, and I'm sorry, it just is what it is. Government's all over the place to even think about having a proper conversation about it without somebody defending a bunch of BS. Sometimes it should just make the back of your earlobes itch. Like, so it's like, at one point, like when some people talk certain things when they're in agreements about what's going on, sometimes I just, I just agree to disagree. I just tell them like, hey, that's your opinion. And I just move on because I don't want to. It's sometimes having a rebuttal or talking to people about things, man, when they put the one on the two, it just really makes you understand what type of person they are.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like sometimes, you don't want to find out that the person that you eat lunch with when you're at work is not only a dummy, but condones just being a racist or just demeaning a certain race of people. Not even being a race. Some people can just not be racist, but just downplay a certain a race of people. They think they're less than, and sometimes when you're around people like that, it's like I don't want to know that. I just want to know that when you order Five Guys, man, you you ask for the Cajun fries. Like that's all I want to know about. I don't want to know that you secretly think that like Jews shouldn't have the capital that they have. Like I don't want to. And when you get to talking about politics and the things that's going on now, the last thing I need to hear is you really think that all Mexicans should go back unless they're working for farms. Like
right.
I don't want to have that conversation with you.
Right. Absolutely. No, and I get it. Like we're kind of like politics exhausted. At this point, and to save friendships, it could be best not to talk about politics with one another. At least not to get someone's opinion on things. Like it's one thing to be aware, it's another thing to get somebody's opinion.
Right.
And their opinion is like ridiculous. But then you're wrong for telling them that their opinion is ridiculous because we're all entitled to our opinions.
Yeah, I just stop. If someone says, "Don't you think?" I immediately just be like, "Hey, that's your opinion," and I just change the subject because I already know now you about to give me some hogwash about some stuff, and I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I just think some people just really be thinking like, I don't like a certain amount of people or something. But I'm just like, bro, I like everybody. So I'm not about to be on no back and forth about certain things. And I'm not about to agree to certain things that's going on with certain demographics. I'm going to have my opinion about it, but I am not about to agree with you on certain things when it comes to these things. Like, you got your opinion, I got mine. But I'm never going to start off anything like, don't you think we should? No.
Yeah.
Because if I say yeah, then I am agreeing to whatever bullshit is about to come out of your mouth.
Right. And they're going to take that and run with it, especially if it's a white person and you're a black person. And they're going to be like, well, my black friend Troy said.
Yeah, see, Troy gets it. Troy gets it. He knows.
Right.
He's not black. He's Troy. No.
Right.
No. Yep.
That's exactly what's going to happen. So. Yeah. there's certain things that I just don't talk to white people about. And,
hold on. Let's be clear though.
yeah.
It's certain white folks. Yeah, I totally get that. But sometimes I don't discuss certain things with black folks either.
So what things do you not discuss with black folks?
A lot. What I don't like to discuss a lot of politics with black folks because a lot of black folks ain't for black folks. And a
Okay.
lot of black folks they only hear one side of something and they don't even try to even look through to see if that is legit and they just run with it. Somebody could tell, especially, I hate to say it. No, I don't hate to say it. I'm gonna keep it 100. People that don't naturally know how to educate themselves, or black folks that don't naturally know how to educate themselves as far as like doing research, they can hear, they'll get on YouTube or TikTok and hear, yeah, Trump won't they want all black people to get another license to say that they're indigenous citizens, and then they'll run with that. They'll come to you and be like, hey man, Trump wants us to be indigenous citizens now, and where'd you hear that? I heard it on TikTok, and I tell 1,000 people this. Like, these are the people I don't like listening to.
Yeah.
I don't. I have, it's just white, black, brown, Puerto Rican or Haitian. I just when you got those type of people, I had one lady tell me, and yeah, women can't vote anymore because of the big beautiful bill. And I'm like, where did you hear this?
Right.
They've been talking about it on TikTok. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me.
Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious, my eye itch. Yeah. It yeah, you definitely have to consider the source and consider their source. Because some of these places will really have you messed up with the information.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And they'll sound so convincing that they're 100% right.
Yeah, you just gotta, you just gotta, like, again, just not. I be hearing such the wildest things, man. And they information be like, yeah, I listen to this guy or this podcast guy, and then you go to the podcast and this guy talks a bunch of BS, like no research, nothing to back nothing up, nothing. It's just boom. At least sometimes, even when I tell y'all stuff, I tell y'all to Google it. Like, there's people that'll be like, yeah, and then the reason why they put extra money on the wall is because that's really where Area 51 is. Why Mexicans are really aliens, and people run with this shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And then next thing you know, 5 people didn't jump to Mexican because they thought he was beaming on them up. Like,
exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. You're trying to probe me, SA. Like,
right. Like, what? It's like, no, not at all. So, yeah, but that's what's going on in Washington. DC. Yeah.
National Guard.
Yeah.
For the homeless, but they're harassing just regular folks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad decision.
Yeah. So that's that. So next up is let's talk about Miss Sha Carri. So Miss Sha Carri Richardson, we all know her as the famed runner. She's gone to the Olympics. She's gotten a couple of medals. She's one of the fastest women in the world, if not the fastest woman in the world currently. She was involved in a domestic situation where she was the aggressor. Her boyfriend is a sprinter. I forgot his name. But yeah, he's a sprinter as well. And so basically what happened was that they were in an airport and they got into a dispute. She's caught on surveillance camera pushing him, throwing her headphones at him. He's trying to leave. She's not letting him. This is in front of a bunch of people that's pretty much minding their own business while this is going on. But people are, hey, Kurt. But yeah, people are, watching the surveillance camera. So the police, they showed up when we initially heard the story. We heard that, this happened, and we didn't know that she got arrested or not. But then we found out that she did get arrested. So then her boyfriend came out, talked to reporters, just was like, I didn't call the police. I didn't want to press charges. Um, it's just, something that happened. I'm not mad at her, doing the whole, pretty much taking up for her, downplaying the situation. Then Sha Carri puts out a apology video, where in the video she pretty much says that she is sorry that the situation took place. She is working on becoming a better person, and they are trying to move forward with it, and what have you. In the video, a lot of people took it as her not being sincere, because she's in the video smiling the whole time. Um,
She
I
wasn't
didn't
being
take
sincere. You be 100. She wasn't being sincere.
Well, like I said, a lot of people took it as her not being sincere. So I can't say if she was sincere or not. That's only for her to know, for us to speculate. So, that was the video, right? So this past week, the body cam footage went public.
Yeah.
And in the body cam footage, you hear them coming to her, letting her know that she's about to be arrested for basically domestic violence. And she is, yelling for the dude. Because she's just basically like saying his name and saying, really, really.
Yeah.
But there was nothing he can do. It's above him now. Um, I mean, like, for real. And they told her
It
that they was
is
just
though. It
like,
is.
yeah, and they told her that they was just like, we saw it on the body cam footage. I mean, not on the body cam, but on the surveillance. They was like, you're in an airport. There's surveillance cameras everywhere. We saw it on the footage. We saw what you did. You cannot, like, he cannot save you. He cannot tell us not to arrest you. He
Yeah.
cannot tell us that he does not want to press charges. We are arresting you, and that's just it, and that's all. And they were being extremely nice about it. She's arguing with them the whole time, but she is saying that she's not resisting, but she is, going back and forth with them, and she's saying to them, I got footage of stuff he's done to me, and how are you just going to arrest me? And he's the man and I'm the woman. And she said that a number of times. And she continually said that while she was getting handcuffs put on her, while they were walking her out. This is such a problematic statement, such a disgusting statement. And unfortunately, this is the mentality that a lot of people have, or a lot of women have.
My balloons are slapping. I told y'all this was gonna happen, y'all.
But yeah, so like this, unfortunately, a lot of women have this mentality that they could do whatever they wanted to a man and not receive repercussion because they're a woman, and that just ain't the case. It's whoever is the aggressor. It doesn't, like, regardless of gender. And unfortunately, she was the aggressor in this unfortunate situation.
She
So
sure was.
yeah, so yeah. But again, we live in a world where there's double standards, because if there was speculation that the young man that she was involved with did anything to her, any endorsements that he had, any racings that he had upcoming would have been canceled.
Gone.
There's not one endorsement that Sha Carri has that has spoke out yet. So and not I'm not saying that I wish that upon her, but we just gonna keep it one.
I
There
do.
is a double standard going on. And I say this a lot, and I be windmilling online a lot about this. Everybody needs to keep their hands to themselves, point blank in the period. I'm not for women hitting on men, and I'm not for men hitting on women. Everybody keep their hands to themselves. I don't subscribe to the whole women, like it's okay for a woman to hit a man. I don't subscribe to that shit at all. Some people do. Some people do. Some people think the shit is cute. It's not. It's not. And everybody does not raise their sons to not hit women under no circumstances.
That is very true.
Yeah. So you might run into that right one that'll fuck you up. So leave them alone. Don't put your hands on them. You don't put your hands on them, and they don't put their hands on you. Everybody keep their hands to themselves. And like that, police won't get called. So what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I'm gonna be quite honest with y'all. In all fairness, no disrespect to what I was about to say, what I'm about to say, but I thought she was gay.
She's bi.
Okay, so now she's bi. Okay, because at first I
No,
thought she was gay.
she was always bi.
Oh, never knew that. Never knew that. I just thought she was, what I'm saying, team carpet munch. But what I will say is this. It takes a certain type of woman to deal with a certain type of man. Like it is really a thing that I don't think people pay attention to. I watched this interview and he is a non-confrontational man, and sometimes these really aggressive alpha women eat that shit for breakfast because they know they can just walk all over and say what they want to say, and this man will never raise their hand or talk bad to him at all. He one day he might leave, but it ain't even going to be on no extra. It's going to be a very polite leave. And aggressive women like that, they gobble dudes up like that for breakfast, and they make those type of dudes end up becoming really, really jaded when it comes to women, period. This situation, I hope this young man does not go back to her. 100%. All of that talking he was doing, and I don't want to press charges. You ain't got to press charges. You ain't got to do nothing. Don't pick up that goddamn phone for that crazy bitch not one time in your goddamn life, or I'll go over there and slap the shit out of you, dude. Right? And I'm saying this with all due love and respect. Don't do that, man. Man, you don't be a tender dick nigga for a woman who literally wanted you to go to jail because she was about to go to jail.
Yeah.
Type of bullshit are we talking about? I don't give a fuck how fast this bitch is. And ain't nowhere in the world, if it would have been, if the shoe was on the other foot, we wouldn't be talking about how this dude not only got endorsements taken away, but he ain't running no more.
Right.
Period. Because it's seen. It's not an accusation. It's seen. You threw that man up against the wall. Let him to toss you up against the wall. Man, come on, man. All endorsements would have been gone. Even his church's endorsement. They'd be like, get your black ass out of here in the name of God.
Right.
Like, I just don't understand how she is able to do that, and with that smug ass smile on her fucking face, because she knows she ain't lost no money out of this, and she knows she about to go get some dick tonight by this pussy ass nigga. And I'm sorry, I just don't understand certain things when it comes to this, because of, like you said, that double standard of she is able to smugly smile in everybody's face and say, we just gonna work it out, and then he turn around and defend that shit. And it's one of those, it's a victim mentality that we're seeing, and ain't nobody trying to say nothing about it.
Yeah, it's rather sad.
So if don't nobody say nothing about it, I'm gonna say something about it. Dude, If you go, because you know I'm one of those people. I done said this before on this show. I don't get into penis and cootie cat business. But I will say this: if you go back and she do something real crazy to you, don't say the people ain't told you to get don't go back there in the first fucking place. Don't say that. Because see, what's gonna end up happening is if she thinks she's gonna get away with this, imagine what she gonna do to you for real. Just let's put this in real perspective. I am can't say I'm an expert. Will never say that. I just grew up in abuse. And every time my mama went back, it got worse and worse and worse. It came to the point where he started damaging things on her so other men wouldn't like her.
Mm.
This is what I'm saying, dude. I think this is why I'm triggered about this shit. She did this shit in public. Imagine what the fuck she gonna do to you in closed doors. You'll fuck around and not be able to run no more because she might do some shiesty shit to you, fam. Don't go back to that bitch, man. I ain't saying that bitch can't change, but right now, don't go back to that bitch.
Yeah.
And she should have got everything taken away from her.
Yeah.
Whoever do her fucking hair should have called her and said, bitch, I ain't doing shit no more.
Whoever do her nails, you know.
Should have went over there and snatched them bitches off.
But yeah. Because I mean, case in point, Chris Brown. That shit happened with Chris Brown, 17 years ago?
Man.
And people still bring it up to this day. Still.
And let's just keep it totally honest. He was dealing with a woman from the Caribbean. She was beating his ass in that car.
Oh, yeah, it was a brawl.
Talking bad in that car. Why you think he bit her?
Yeah, because you don't normally.
You don't bite nobody because you whooping their ass.
Right. Like
you bite somebody to get them the fuck up off you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 100%. 100%. And then she forgave him. You know what I mean? But there are some people out here that just simply will not forgive him. All his endorsements were taken away. He lost a lot of support, you know. And, you know, at the time, rightfully so. Rightfully so. Because her face was done, son. Her face was done. But that doesn't mean that we demonize him for life. But he's still being demonized. And again, nothing has happened to Sha Carri.
Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. And we've seen it.
Yeah. We saw it. We absolutely saw it. And now we heard what she did right after. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that just put 20 on 10. The shit that she was saying. You know? So, but yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't have. I just, you know, again, I just don't understand why it is no consequences coming from it. It has to be something.
Mm-hmm.
Something has to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. You would think. But you know, maybe coming for, I mean, in the upcoming days, maybe we'll see something. Or maybe not. I mean, because again, this double standard is huge. You know, this double standard is huge. And this is the killer part about all this. Because, I mean, in the moment, you don't really think about, okay, I'm in an airport with a bunch of surveillance cameras. So let me keep my hands to myself while this person is doing all of this. But if he would have grabbed her and told her to stop or put her in a chair and stopped her, people would have demonized him for doing just that.
Yeah, he would have got, man, it couldn't have been nothing. He could have raised his hand just a block.
Right.
And he would have got demonized. They would have said he was wrong for that.
Right. Exactly. And that's so not cool and not fair. You know. It's horrible. But Um, unfortunately, we live in a world where double standards exist, and this is one of them. You know, um, but we will be watching what happens in this situation, and we'll
He should
we'll
be
talk
banned
about
from
it.
Target. Goddamn it! Something needs to happen.
Not
Costco
being
better
for
not.
Target.
She better not ever get a Costco card.
Right, we're done. She can't have a fuel saver card, nothing. You gotta
Nothing.
pay full price for
Nothing.
your fuel, bitch. Like
You know what I'm saying? Get an email talking about you will no longer have Amazon Prime, ho.
right, right, right. We take a stand and we have canceled her Amazon Prime.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? No more the boys for you, bitch.
none of that shit. You better start bootlegging that shit, ho.
right, right.
Ain't got that
Right.
shit no more.
Okay.
BT Plus, man, fuck nah. Your
Right.
subscription is through.
Okay. No more Netflix for you, bitch.
All that. You need to take something away.
right. Right.
Peacock's gone, bitch. The only cock you gonna be on is that niggas, because he the only one coming to you, bitch.
Okay.
He
Right.
needs to get something.
Okay.
Come on. at least scratch the bitch.
Okay. Shit. Something. She got to put it
Golly,
somewhere. Right.
and I'm making jokes out of it because it really did piss me off. Like,
Yeah.
even when I seen it and I was talking to Jasmine about it, and I said, see, this is the problem, and this is why people say that chivalry is dead, because even being kind and not doing nothing to her means that nothing good happens to her. Like, you would have been better off pushing her the fuck out the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens when you got somebody that was raised right with somebody whose anger management issues has never ever been discussed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 It's definitely unfortunate. But it's like, what can you do?
And that nigga got on that interview and said, she got things she needs to work on. There's things I need to work on myself. Yeah, standing up for yourself, King.
Mm-hmm. All
The
right.
hell?
Picking better mates. I don't know.
Man.
Because I'm sure this ain't the first time for you to be so bold and do that shit out in public like that. Yeah, this ain't the first time.
She been on his top.
Yeah, this ain't the first time at all. She didn't have not a care in the world. She didn't give a damn.
And I'm talking about in front of in front of those white people. She
That
did
part.
that shit in front of them white people.
That part. So yeah. So that's Sha Carri Richardson.
Man.
Fortunately, I would have liked to have talked about her winning some race.
Right.
But yeah, unfortunately it's this.
Instead of winning the DV trials.
Right. Exactly. So, in our dumb ass news section, yeah, Ari, what the fuck is her name? Ari
Lennox.
Yeah, Ari Lennox. Why was I about to call her Ari Fletcher?
That's probably what her name should be.
Right. Like, who was Ari Fletcher? I don't know. But anyway, Ari Lennox. Ari Lennox doubled down on the Martin controversy that she kicked up. And she also came for Mr. Bernard McCullough, aka Bernie Mac. So rest in peace to Mr. Bernie Mac. But she started talking about how she felt some type of way listening to his jokes. His jokes are classic, and we're not gonna start coming for comedians, especially comedians where their jokes were fine in a different time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where it was allowed to say certain things. Like, of course, some of them jokes that Bernie Mac said, you can't say them in 2025. But in 2000, in 99, in 98, because I believe we're talking about the kings of comedy. Um, yeah, absolutely. You could say those type of jokes. So
And they were
yeah,
funny.
they still are
Superiorly
funny.
funny. Top tier.
They are severely funny, like you said, and they are still funny to this day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Um, like when he talk about them kids, um, that shit was so damn funny. He got a show out of it. You know, because
Him downstairs.
him downstairs, right? Take
Who
your
is
punk ass
here?
back upstairs. You can't have no goddamn cookies. Like that shit was funny,
I'm gonna go get some milk and cookies.
right? Right.
The little girl talking about where the cookies and shit.
Like I ain't got no punk ass name. Him downstairs.
Listen, if y'all have never seen the Kings of Comedy, because some of y'all were born in 2005,
Right.
y'all if your mama loved you, y'all watch that at least one time.
Dude.
Hilarious.
Dude. I had that on VHS. That's how good it was. But
Dude,
of course,
I'm talking about I bootlegged that thing and took it everywhere I went when it came out.
I ain't bootleg. I actually bought it out the store, but I watched it every day.
I bootlegged it when it was in the movies.
Yeah. Oh, and see, I went and saw it at the movies too. Yeah, but that shit was hilarious. Freaking hilarious. You know, who was your favorite? Just, a little sidebar. Who was your favorite?
King of Comedy? Oh, hands down was Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac killed it. And for years later to find out that when they were doing the tour, he was so good that because Steve was supposed to be the closer. And to find out that he was so good that he closed and Steve became the host was crazy. Like, this is how dope Bernard actually was. But they said he was always that. Like, he was the best thing smoking.
Yep.
And you could tell. Like, and everything I've ever seen, any stand-up I've ever seen of Bernie Mac was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. And then, like, hearing the whole story of that one famous Def Comedy Jam episode.
Yeah.
Hearing the backstory behind that was wild.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But to be honest, my favorite was Cedric the Entertainer.
I could see that because Cedric was funny.
Yeah.
Cedric was funny.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
but I think Bernie just took the cake. It was a reason why he closed out.
Yeah.
I just really think Ari is just fishing at this point.
Yeah.
I really do. I just really think she needs to find some good songwriter and stop trying to downplay our history and to be famous. Or to stay famous, rather.
Right, because you're barking up the wrong road, man.
Like now you trying to talk to about a man that can't even defend himself.
Yeah. And he is too beloved. He's too beloved by a lot of people. That we're not about to be here for your foolishness.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like who's next? Dave Chappelle?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Right. Or Eddie Murphy. Lord have mercy. If she got a hold of Eddie Murphy delirious, Lord have mercy, cancel Christmas.
She'll have a heart attack.
Right.
She'll be so triggered. She'll make a video crying.
Okay. Absolutely. But it's just like, girl, we just need you to shut up and sing.
Which you're not doing.
Right. You're not doing. And you're not talking about what people want you to talk about. Like, they want to know what happened with you in Dreamville. And you're not talking about it.
Can you say that again?
Okay.
You still ain't brought that up.
Right.
You want to talk about Bernie Mac, though.
Right. It's like, girl. So, Yeah.
You want to talk about somebody who literally ain't scared of you MFers.
Okay. And if he was here today, he would tell you. He ain't.
Man.
So yeah. But yeah, like, but you want to make the news on some bullshit. And you want to come for things that Black people absolutely love.
Yeah,
And that's Martin
she
and
has to
Bernie
be
Mac.
trolling. She has to be trolling, man.
But for what? Like, why?
Because she has nothing better to do. Like, she literally has nothing better to do in her mind. In her mind, she has nothing better to do. But I know what you could do. You could go to the studio, stupid.
Right. While you sitting there watching old Bernie Mac clips,
Right.
old Martin videos, bitch.
What's
Carry
going on
your
with
ass
you?
to the studio. Book a tour. Shit.
ASAP Rocky, golly.
Yeah. Like,
At
shit
this
is
point,
crazy.
you can get a spot in Branson for all I care. Just stop trolling Black history.
Yeah. Like, seriously. Like, seriously.
And next thing you know, she's gonna be like, and I don't like how aggressive Malcolm X was.
Right.
I think Martin Luther King was too passive. Like, stop.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm over it. I just want you to sing. That's it.
That's it. That's it.
So, yeah. So that's in our
I think
dumbass.
Obama was wrong for killing Bin Laden. Will you stop it?
Right. Exactly. So, yeah. I just want her, to just be quiet and sing.
She's gonna say something crazy. She gonna say something crazy, y'all, and somebody gonna put boots to ass on her. I'm telling. If she gets on here and tweets Betty White shouldn't be at the cookout, somebody gonna black her out.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, somebody gonna black her out.
That's what you're not gonna do, is try to come after Miss Betty freaking White. Okay, she gonna say something slick about the Golden Girls, and that's when you put the paws on her ass. Because what we not gonna do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like he said on me.
Right.
On me, somebody gonna put and their hands on you, Aubrey.
Right.
Say something about Blanche.
Furniture moving around this motherfucker. So.
Say something about Blanche if you want to.
Okay.
Picture it. Your studio getting drugged.
Right, because back in St. Olive, we don't do that.
Man.
So yeah.
Picture it. 2025. Atlanta, Georgia. Somebody putting boots to ass.
Okay. Shoot. They ain't gonna show up at her damn concert with Golden Girls shirts on. Just like, what's up?
Thank you for being a Bob. Right.
Right.
That was funny too.
Right, because who we don't play about is them Golden Girls.
I'm just saying, like, stop it, man. All right, find something better to do. Pick up a pen. Do something. Get with somebody. Like, I'm pretty sure you got a fan that said, I wrote this song. Sing that. Go on live and sing that.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be cute. That would be real cute, But anywho, so yeah, that's Ari's ass and Mr. Bernie Mac. So
rest in peace, baby.
Yes, rest in peace, absolutely. So yeah. All right, so the frost.
Yeah, it gets crazy from here.
Yeah. Oh, it's going downhill very fast. Nosedive to hell. All right, so let's go. The frost. This is kind of messed up. More and more stuff comes out damn near by the day with this whole situation. So we all know Kirk and Rasheeda Frost, from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta fame, because it's showing from the music. But anyway, I digress. Right. So, Rasheeda's stepdaughter, Kirk's only daughter. Her name is Kelsey. She's been on the show a few times. She was dating a local rapper named K Hood. Apparently he had a hit a few years ago called Percolator, where he sampled It's Time for the Percolator. I pulled it up the other day. It actually was pretty cool. But anyway, she was dating him, and there was a domestic situation that occurred, from what we understand. And the initial reports was that, she called on her family. Kirk Jr., which is her brother, and Kai, which is another brother, and that is actually Rasheeda's oldest son, with Kirk. They appeared, and next thing you know, T Hood died. He was shot several times. I want to say like 2 in the stomach, 5 in the back. I think that's what it was. So, he died. Rest in peace to him. Our condolences to his family. His sister starts speaking out, start saying that, Kelsey had set him up, this and the third. Then it started being speculated that Kai was the one that was the trigger man. Then they were saying that not only did they clean up the scene, but they took Kai and put him in hiding. Kelsey came out and she made a few statements and talked about how she was advised not to say anything, but she cannot continue these false narratives. And she tried to, say that she loved him. She didn't call her family. And she knew they was going to get back right and this, that, and the third. So she was just pretty much, downplaying the situation. Then further reports came out saying that he was actually abusive to Kelsey. And that's the reason why she called her family. Then we started getting receipts. And Kelsey's best friend came out saying that she had spoke to his baby mama, saying that he was a known abuser. He not only abused Kelsey, but he also abused his side chick, and that was the reason why he got shot up back in April. So he was recovering from being shot back in April. April wasn't that long ago.
That's why I'm like, man, that man couldn't buy a break.
Yeah. So, and he couldn't keep his hands to himself apparently. So
man.
he had a like pretty much. I mean, I googled it. It's pretty much a block party. They call it Greenwood Day. It's a area of Atlanta that they had this that they had this block party or whatever, and he was like beating up on his side chick there, and they told him like, carry that shit somewhere else, and then through a turn of events, he got shot up there. So,
yeah, from listening to the stories and even hearing the blogs about it, they tried to give him a pass.
Yeah,
he literally ran up for a bullet.
Yeah, they did. It was a mess, but yeah. So then he, had this incident with Kelsey that they're saying that pretty much led to his life being ended. Then you have the receipts. So there's receipts from text messages between Kelsey and T Hood's mom, to where she's saying, hey, this situation has turned violent. You need to send an Uber to come pick up his things. And the mom is just like, okay, thanks. So it just sounded like the family just didn't really intervene in regards to him being violent. But ultimately, as a family member, you can only do so much, especially if you still don't mess with them. But they also showed pictures of her injuries caused by him. She was, really abused by him. She had all kinds of markings on her face. On top of that, then we got footage from the Ring cameras in the bedroom. There was one particular time where she was asleep in the bed, and he came in and beat the shit out of her. And there's a couple of videos where he just terrorized her ass. It was really sad to watch. Like,
Yeah.
it was really sad to watch. But these things are now made public. So then I've also heard, now I don't know if this is fact, but I also heard that not only did the police, because the police are naming him as like the prime suspect, Kai, as the prime suspect. But not only did they talk to him, but they also are considering this as a self-defense case. So yeah. And another thing, there's another video out.
It's so
It's
crazy.
so much.
So much happened. You
yeah,
like,
it's so
and
much.
no laughing at this man's death, but like that, like, yeah, it's so much have been coming out. So I get the and another thing.
Right. Yeah, and it's literally by the day. There's another video where Kelsey is on the phone with T Hood's mom, and she admits on the phone that she has on speaker that somebody is recording. She admits that it was her brother that did it. She told his mom that her brother did it, and she don't condone it. She don't care if it's her brother or not. She don't condone it. So it really sounds like she's like siding with her family, or his family rather, and she's turning her back on this very same people that saved her.
This is why you don't get into cootie cat and penis business.
Now, from what I understand, is that Kai was living there as well. So, and that's probably the reason why they are saying that this is a domestic violence or a self-defense case. But I don't know. Yeah.
First and foremost, if I'm living with, if me and my sister is living together, because me and my sister have lived together, I'm not saying and I'm not condoning the death of anybody, but I can guarantee you that would not of near one of Benita's boyfriends attempted to put their hands on my sister when she was living with me. That would have been a complete no-go. I would have the hands and feet you would have got from the both of us, because she know I'm coming. I just don't understand. And it's so sad, because it's one of those things where I just really do believe that he was a problematic man, and I don't know him, but from what has been told and what we have seen, he is hand happy when it comes to women, and he's a crash out, or he was a crash out when it came to women, on top of using drugs.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where it's a double-edged sword, because I don't wish death on nobody, but I sure in hell don't care if a woman beater got what happened, what just happened to him. And again, I get triggered by these things. So
yeah,
as I don't care when it was or how many times it was. It only takes one time for you to beat the dog shit out of one. It's one thing to grab a woman like, hey, you tripping, or push a woman because I'm trying to get up out of there. It's another to beat somebody out they sleep.
Yeah.
That's not I had a moment. That's I'm used to doing this.
Yeah.
And she's used to taking it.
Yeah.
And it's one thing I will, and the thing about it is, if I was her brother, I would have been on his top the first time I ever seen it.
Yeah.
If she would allow him to come back, I would have just moved. Just to be quite honest, because I'm not gonna watch my sister die. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not gonna do something crazy. Like right now, I don't even think about it. This is a possibility. It's gonna be a possibility that he's gonna be locked up and she's gonna be crying with the sisters about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why you don't get into these type of, you know what I'm saying? You don't get in a business like that. Because when my grandma told me a long time ago, man, you gonna beat him up and you gonna turn around and watch them lick the wounds.
Mm-hmm.
And you gonna feel a certain way about that. And I learned that. I've learned that from defending people. The only person that didn't do that is my mother. When my mother seen that I was dead serious, she got up out of there.
Yeah.
But other than that, every person I defended brung them right back to, you know what I'm saying, to the house. And when they called me about it, I told them, man, I don't even know why you calling my phone.
Yeah.
It don't even make no sense.
Right. I think we've all seen something to that variation, one way or another. And that's something that you have to learn, unfortunately, through going through it, not to get involved, because your initial instinct is to get involved. Your initial instinct is to, take up for your loved one.
Yeah.
But you just can't. You just can't. Derek Jordan is watching. He says, "What up, though, fam?
What up, D?
What's going on?" So, another thing that came out was that Kirk, because a lot of people was like, "Where's Kirk? This is your actual daughter. Where is Kirk?" The best friend said that Kirk was pretty much like, I just stay out of it because she's not gonna leave him.
And that's real.
I thought that was real too. And I've watched several people talk about it, and several people have said that's fucked up. And I'm like, it's not really fucked up, because she's an adult at the end of the day, and she's gonna do what she want to do. She's gonna fuck with whoever she want to fuck with. And if that man is beating her ass and she still run back to him, why am I intervening again?
Exactly. I personally know of a couple who that's how her father feels. Her father also says, if when you come bring my grandbabies over and you come over, he can't be in the car with you because I'm a put him down. I can't put him down at his house, but I can damn sure put him down in mine. And she knows that now. She don't bring her every time she drops them off. She don't bring him around because he already like, I'm not gonna get in y'all business at y'all house because I know what you did to my baby. You owe me one once you walk in here, and he know he ain't even gonna step foot in that man's house. That man, listen, you talk about the old man with old man strength. I watched that man get mad enough and tear a tree branch off because it was it started growing and started tapping on his window.
Oh wow.
I don't know how strong most of y'all is. But I'm telling you, none of y'all is ripping a whole branch off a tree. I ain't talking about no little bitty.
No twig.
I ain't talking about no twitch. I ain't talking about some you just yank. No, I'm talking about crack, half of it's gone type of it. It's gonna fuck around, break my window. I said, man, this man is God body.
And he's nuts. I'm gonna say on his good side. He's gonna rip my arm off. Fuck
yeah.
It.
Come on. That's one of those when he grab you and say, young man, I done told you, you know you got to go to sleep. It ain't nothing else about to happen. You about to go to sleep. When you wake up, you gonna hear beep, beep,
Right.
Because he ain't about to play with you. I've seen what this man can do.
Right. 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 So Derek says, I did that a couple years ago. That grown man strength ain't no joke.
Man.
It sure ain't.
I'm talking about, listen, I'm 40 plus years old. I stared at that man for like a kid for about 2 minutes. Like, that's Superman. Again, y'all, I'm not talking about no regular old, I'm talking about oak, straight to yank. I'm talking about, and I ain't saying two, like it was 2 or 3 yanks like he's He-Man, but I'm talking about yank, and then when it started coming down the side of the bulk, the bark starts stripping off with it too. This man is freakishly strong. And so when he says,
oh man,
can't come over here,
right?
He can't go over there.
I'm not even going on the block because I don't want you to assume that I'm coming anywhere near your house.
I don't think he goes nowhere near Chestnut, just to keep one.
Right.
I think he just
I
goes
will go around. Right.
Like right on over.
I will go around.
That man is a monster.
Matter of fact, you come to me. I ain't got nothing. I'm not crossing that block.
You better not sell no weed and be like, yeah, I need you to come down on 40. No, was it 47? I forgot where it was. You're gonna be like, nah, I'll meet you at the park, cuz.
Right.
I ain't about to do.
Absolutely not. Absolutely the fuck not. Derek says it took me 10 good yanks.
and Derek, I'm telling you. And kudos to you, because that's what I think both y'all, because it gets to growing and he was like, it's gonna break out my window and I ain't got time for
it. Right.
Listen, I just applaud you. I got about this thick of a twig. I got that much strength. I'm talking about this. I'm not ripping this out.
Right. No.
If you ripping this out, Derek, you strong as a bitch, boy. I will never disrespect you on my life.
Right. He said my sons looked at me like how you was looking.
Bro, I'm talking about, I was in there like.
Right. Oh man, y'all out here being John Henry and shit.
That's what I'm like, boy, y'all got a strength that's unfathomable. I'm trying to get there.
Right.
Lord, you would see me hanging on there like a kid.
Oh man.
Please. Man, but
he says, I'm in construction. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Because every construction worker I know is strong. I know a dude, the hands is little and he's strong as a fool. So yeah, I get
not his hands. Now he got little hands.
He got them little Burger King hands. My hands are little. His hands are smaller than mine. And he's strong. He's strong. Like you lift up, but normally like lift your car up type of strong type of dude. Like if you got a Beetle, he'll move it out the way. Hey, get this little shit out of here.
Not a little Beetle.
Yeah, you know them both.
Yeah, I know.
Get this little shit out of here.
Right. Like, yeah. He says that anger give you that strength, and once you start, you gotta finish. Right?
It had to be something, boy. Y'all tough. Y'all tough. Again, I'm trying to get as strong as y'all.
Man,
I'm trying to see what that feel like.
Right.
I ain't never gonna look at a man like that again. I'm grown.
Oh man.
Yeah. I almost said, wow.
Oh man, that is crazy.
Making light of a story though.
Right.
Um, this is gonna unfold crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's the way this is looking. It's looking bad on each party. Both families.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like for her brother, man. For whatever reason you did this, uh, I do hope that again, and it's gonna sound like it, that I'm being harsh, but it's just I have no sympathy for it for anybody that puts their hand on a woman like that. I really do hope that they're light on whatever sentence they try to give you, or I hope it is self-defense. The only backlash about that is um, because I don't see no dudes in this situation jumping up and saying something, which is a smart thing. But what I will say is, when this is all said and done, watch out for those knuckleheads that he hung out with that think they got a point to prove, but didn't stop him from doing what he was doing.
Right. Right.
See, that's the real big thing, because ain't nobody saying nothing now, but then somebody gonna defend him like they didn't like they were supposed to defend her when they seen that.
Yeah.
Because I ain't never gonna we are not homeboys no more. If you try to snatch your woman up in front of me, I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you. That's something you got to keep smooth away from. And if I find out about it, I just can't rock with you like that. We gonna be cool, but I can't hang with you like that because I don't never want you to think I condone that.
Yeah. Yeah. Or check them.
Oh, I'm gonna check you off the flip.
Yeah.
Like, and I ain't gonna check you in front of your woman because I'm not about to cause no controversy. It's gonna be a me and you conversation.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know
but ain't nobody above me in check. Like if that shit happen, you pull them to the side and be like, what the fuck is you doing?
Yeah.
And if you can do that, you can't do that shit around me.
I would want anybody to check me the same way. Because if you do that, I'm not checking you because I'm trying to belittle you. I'm checking you because I love you, bro. Don't make no decision like that. You're gonna make the wrong decision. You're gonna deal with the wrong people. Like this is what you see him right now with this man. You kept doing it. You think you thought you could get away with it, and it got to the point where it was the straw that broke the camel's back. And then and the brother just was like, enough is enough. And enough happened to be 5 or 7 shots to your body after already being shot.
Right.
Right.
That's crazy.
You didn't even have enough time to heal or recover.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is a story that, like we said, new shit come out damn near every day. So I'm assuming we're gonna see more and more of this. So we will be back to talk about it, of course. But yeah, that's what's going on in the Frost family. While she's preparing for this epic concert that nobody's going to.
Oh.
I had to.
Like you gotta find some comedy in this. This is a bad situation.
Yeah.
So you gonna need those. She gonna need y'all to go, man.
Yo,
she gonna need y'all to go to that fake concert. She got to pay for a lawyer.
Dude, check this out. Why they do? They have a 2-day festival in Atlanta called, I think it's One Music Fest. Why is she part of the lady set? I commented, I said, not Rasheeda, and with a whole bunch of laughing emojis.
Rasheeda out there. She
But yeah.
She gonna sing that song.
I just want to go just to see what the audience is gonna say.
Put him on him, make him want to cheat on me. Like, yeah, that's
I ain't never leaving Kurt, but Kurt looks like Kurt. But you know what? Whatever. Derek says, "Trust me, you got it, bro." He says, "You got that daddy strength by now, my boy."
Oh yeah, I got now. That's there. That's coming. I'm trying to get like you, my boy. I'm trying to just go outside and be like, look what I can do. 10 good yay.
Right. So, but yeah. So that is was happening with the frost. Yeah. And before we move on, I will say this because I watched a lot of people talk about this. Um, and I was feeling the same way before they even said it, before the first person even said it that I watched. The person I feel sorry for is Kai.
Yeah,
I feel sorry
yeah.
for him because all he was doing was trying to defend his sister,
I'm all in for you
allegedly.
defending your sister.
Yeah.
I'm
So
all into that. Like, come on.
yeah,
I was a dude that I get that. Me and my sister are a year, a month, and a day apart. I'm all in for you defending your sister, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So anywho, moving on to our last topic, which we have been engulfed in for the past couple of weeks. Whew. I know, man. I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But Dr. Umar, yes, Dr. Umar Johnson, Dr. Umar Alfatunde, Dr. Umar Abdullah Johnson, whatever the fuck you want to call him, is a
Shoemaker.
fraud. Shoemaker, right? Yeah, Shoemaker. Forgot about that one. Yeah, he's a fraud. He's a fraud. He's a fraud. Yeah.
Punch
So
it.
right, just punch the air. I know. So yeah, I don't even know where to begin. God, and I say this every time I tell somebody this story. I don't know where to begin with the shit. It's so much.
Mm.
But to condense an extremely long ass story, we know Dr. Umar as a child psychologist. He does have his doctorate. I know a lot of people try to question if he was really a doctor. He is. He did get his doctorate. It has been verified. Excuse me. We know him for the past 10, 15 years is wanting to build a school. And he has been trying to do so by internet panhandling, basically. Not even trying to do a legit crowdfunding, like a GoFundMe or something like that. He's been literally getting on Instagram telling people to send him PayPals and Cash Apps for the past 15 years, give or take. So, several years ago, he did end up buying two buildings in Wilmington, Delaware, and he uh, has been renovating them um, ever so often, basically. He always comes up with every excuse, like he's been doing when people ask him, what's the status? You know, he does a little bit here and there, but he always runs into hurdles and stuff like that. And he's always talking about how he needs money for this, he needs money for that. But the tax returns have been made public. And it does talk about how much he spent on the buildings, does talk about how much he received and how much he spent as a whole. Um, and the math ain't mathing. That's one thing. Another thing is that it don't take this long to open up a school. There's more than one way to skin a cat, but he wants to do it in this particular way. People have tried to help him. He refuses to help. He refuses to go about it in a more legitimate way, or to start in, or to approach it in a different way. Like maybe start small, um, or maybe be a charter, because he doesn't want to take funding from the white man. But he wants to take funding from a lot of people, and particularly Black women. So another thing that he does is he really loves the Black women. And I find all of this to be a scheme that he has been doing for the X amount of years to prey on Black women. and more particularly to prey on Black women who are mothers to sons with no fathers around. Like that's his target audience, and it has been working for the most part. So there is a young lady that has come out. There was a young lady that came out a few years ago that exposed him, and it didn't really cause as much traction as this one has been.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, this one, she came out a few months ago or a couple months ago, and she has exposed their relationship. So, basically their relationship was a personal one, but it started out as professional. She reached out to him because this lady has two sons. She has a son that is an adult, and she has a son that is 16 and he's autistic. And she was reaching out for help because her son followed him. And her son was like, "Why don't you reach out to Dr. Umar? You know, this is kind of his specialty to help kids in school having issues." So she reached out to him, explained her situation. He replied with a very generic answer. She attempted to reach out a second time, and excuse me, um, the second reply was generic, but not as generic. So then he reached out to her and asked her if she can put on an event in her hometown. Now, her hometown, ironically, is Kansas City, Missouri.
Did we
We were
are
supposed to go. We were
yeah,
supposed to
that's what I
go
was
to
about to
that.
say. When we supposed to go to that one?
Yes, we were supposed to go.
I'm just so disgusted, man.
Yeah, yeah. So, the lady with no history of putting on events in her background agreed to do so. So this was a free event that she put on for him to come and speak at. Now, this event, she says that she got the event space for free, but she had to pay for everything else, like the engineers and uh, every like people working, everything. She had to pay for everything, and she did so out of pocket. Um, yeah, but this was a free event to the public. The way that they made money was him selling his books. So not only did he sell his books at the event, but he also sent her some books for her to sell, which she did, and she sent him the money, which is crazy to me because you're in a hole for putting on the event, but hey, whatever. So the day of the event, he just so happened to be in Nebraska. I don't remember if it was the day of or the day before, but he was in Nebraska, Omaha to be exact. And he called her and, let her know that he needs a ride. Now, Omaha's about 3.5 hours away. So it's not really that big of a deal to drive there, but it's just the point. She said that she wasn't going to do it, but her son, her older son, was like game to do it. So, because of the fact that she's never met this man before in real life, she wasn't going to let her son go up there by himself. So, both of them took the trip to Omaha to pick him up. And when they picked him up, they re-upped on fuel and they came back to Kansas City. Now, he never put in on gas. He went into the store, bought some snacks, and got back in the car. From what I understand, he never even offered if they wanted some snacks. But
All
yeah,
right, let's.
it's just the way I like to say snacks. I don't know why, but I've always been like that. But anyway, so yeah, they come back. He gets his own hotel room, and he does the event. The event was successful from what I understand. Sucks that I missed it because I totally forgot about it until that night and was like, I was supposed to do something today. But yeah. So, yeah. So the event goes on, and that evening she texted him and was like, thanks again for coming to the event. Appreciate it. It was great. Um,
I feel we told that we said this before.
have we said this before?
I do. I think we said
Okay.
this before. Yeah.
Okay. Well, to make a long story short, they end up having relations. They had relations a couple
Yeah,
of times.
yeah, we definitely yep.
Okay. So, yeah. So now they're beefing on the internet, right? So with them beefing on the internet, not only are they beefing on the internet, but he's also, lost um access to the money for the school, and that has been going on for about a month now, that he's lost access to the money for the school. He's blaming her and a YouTuber that has been dedicated to taking him down for that, which is so crazy, but sure. um but now he's put out a video talking about how the city of Wilmington, Delaware, where these schools sit, is now trying to steal the buildings and sell them from him. He is saying this because he owes on both of the buildings bills and fees. These fees are because the buildings have been sitting vacant for a number of years, and you went to be on this vacant building list. There's fees that apply. So because of that, he is saying that he didn't get no notice, even though he said that he's been knowing because he's been trying to get a waiver to be applied retroactively, even though the city's website says they do not retroactively apply this waiver. But all of a sudden now they're putting a notice on the door, and he's saying that he wasn't notified. The notice on the door isn't being notified. And on top of that, by your own admission, you are saying that you did know because you've been trying to get it rectified. So now that you're saying that they're doing this now because they know that your accounts are frozen, and they probably froze them because they want to take the buildings from you. But again, you've been knowing that this shit has been coming down the pipeline for a while because you've been trying to get this waiver. So this is not something that just so happened to happen to you. And this is not something that they just made up. This is something that has been in effect for a while. And on top of that, you have not been paying the bills. So you
At
owe.
at
Right. You owe. You owe on both of the buildings. You definitely owe. So now you don't have the money. You claim you don't have the money to do it. So now you're really asking people for money. And you're asking people to come and protest. You feel like this is racially motivated, and you want people to come and march in front of the city hall office, I guess. This is more and more showing how much of a fraud he is. And he's pathetic. It's sad. It's sad because a lot of people really had faith in him. You know what I'm saying? Like I did not personally contribute, but I would have liked to have seen this school come to fruition. But when you think about it, there are quite a few people out here that have schools that had a team that was a competent team, that they were able to get this off without a hitch, and they don't have a background in education. Case in point, Diddy had a school. Kanye had a school at one point. Uh, LeBron James got a school. Oprah had a school at one point. Um, shoot, rest in peace, but Derek Thomas had a school.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, and those are just the people I can just think off the top. You know what I'm saying? Oprah, did I say Oprah?
Yeah.
She had a school at one point. Mayetta Shaw, Neo's ex fiance / baby mama, she got a school. Michael Blackson, I want to say, has a school too. There's a lot of people that have schools.
Master P had ICDC college.
I think he was just paid to endorse it. I don't think he had it.
I'm just at this point.
But you know who does have a school? Nelly. Nelly has a school.
Nelly has a school?
He has a trade school.
Shout out to Nelly.
Yep. So, yeah.
It's getting hot in here. That's because it's a drill, bitch. What we welding? What we talking about?
No, it's not that type of trade. It's entertainment trade. Like,
I don't know. I'm just doing it. I'm trying to make myself laugh because
great.
I'm just so disappointed in myself, dog.
So, you know what? Go on ahead and take the floor. Why are you disappointing yourself?
Dude, listen. I drunk the Kool-Aid. Like, on this podcast, I've defended Dr. Umar several times. And I really, really was thinking it was the system. I got caught up in that and the way that he baits people in with talking about that education background and also talking about the systematic things that we really naturally see is going on. And so I was just full in. I have probably spent, because I ain't spent a lot of money. Like I said last time, I know I've at least spent like $600 on trying to help this man get to school.
Yeah.
And with the things that are unraveling now, I just can't believe that I fell for somebody who played everybody and was a predator at the same time. This whole episode is just gonna be triggering for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's so much I've started that you know, when the blinders are off and you start seeing certain things, I'm starting to become more disappointed in myself. Because you know, it's like we said last time, you know, like when you see one car and you like, oh, okay, cool. And the next thing you know, you start seeing all the same cars.
Yeah.
It's exactly why all of these things I've been defending. And then I thought about it like, oh man, I ain't never seen this motherfucker in the school for real. I've seen him outside of it. I've never seen him in the school.
Now, you know, since I've been like engulfed in it lately, I have seen him in the school. I've actually seen him take people on tours. But the school is dilapidated. Like,
that's what I was about to say. The pictures that I've seen when he was talking about we're working on the floors, work on the ceiling. You're not even paying attention.
Yeah, damn the floor.
That's what I'm saying. When the blinders is off, I'm looking and I'm like,
yeah.
And then it was one that really, really got under my skin. I watched a video where he was like, this is going to be my office. And he started talking about ladies are going to massage and feed me in this office. You ain't talking about nothing that is to educate boys. You only thing you did this for, you weird dude. And I'm not going to disrespect you because I'm hurt. I really did respect you. But only thing you talked about is women. You only did this to satisfy your craving for being predatory to women. And that's so disappointing to me because not only am I rooting for you, but I have a son, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
And to see that you were taking advantage of women with sons purposely, it just, the Prince of Scam Africanism. The Prince of Scam Africanism. The Prince of Scam Africanism. I defended you when your daughter said something. And people looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah.
Come to find out, your daughter's 100% right about you. Because what I didn't know is your father has been coming out speaking on and not being disrespectful, but telling you the things that you're doing is wrong.
And he got scammed too.
Yeah. And because he's putting money, he's putting money to you. And he's watching you do this. Your own father who, for I don't know what he eats. I need to email him and ask, because for some strange reason he looks younger than you.
Right. He looked younger than us. Hell.
Man, listen, he looks like a fat 24-year-old. I just hate that I let Umar Johnson, Jermaine Shumick, take money from me. I'd have, like in the immortal words of Cat Williams, I'd have punch you in your walrus-shaped belly. You gonna sit up here and let that walrus sit up here and not build that boys' school. This whole time. Dude, when I was in Jersey, I was so mad I didn't have enough time because it's only like a 30-minute drive to Delaware.
Yeah.
I was so mad I didn't have enough time to go to the school because I had to catch a flight at 6 a.m.
Police at my door.
Man.
Sorry.
But at the same time, if I would have went to see the school how it is, I would have been it would have crushed me.
Yeah.
It would have crushed me. So it was a reason why. You know, things happen for a reason. It would have crushed me. I probably would have bust one of them dirty ass windows out.
Throw a rock in that motherfucker.
Yeah. Man, listen. I'm just at a loss for words. It is crumbling down, and this is a thing. This is what disappoints me so much. This is why it's so hard to be anything of substance in this world now, because it is always it's always somebody that is lying, and he has successfully lied to us for 15 years. Successfully. Yeah. Ain't no telling how much money this man did made. Because you only documenting so much.
Mm-hmm.
But this man going back and forth, going to Africa, I should have, like I said, when the blinders is off, I should have known better, because I had to realize, how do you have all these shows booked and you're supposed to be building a school?
Yes.
How?
Yes.
Then I got caught up in, I just seen one today where he got caught up in his line. We didn't even pay attention to it. He was on a Breakfast Club one time talking about the HAZVAC, and then he got on live saying that the HAZVAC was fixed, and then he got on another show saying that the HAZVAC was broken. Then he got on another show saying he just got it fixed, and then he said the school was on the open. All we got to do is the doors.
Mm-hmm. Now he's saying towels.
And then gave you a date. And now he's talking about all he has to do is put the towel on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And
he ain't even got the certificate of occupancy.
Yeah, I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah. Then he said it's one and not the other. Then he said that he got an offer for one of the schools. And I was watching somebody's video and was just like, if you really got an offer for that much money for one of the buildings, why not sell that building, use that money to complete the other building and get the school up and running? But then I watched somebody else who actually did a school and was like, how was you going to continue to fund this school? Because you can't do it just off of crowdfunding alone.
No.
And it was a private school, so he was going to charge like $500 a month per child. But that ain't enough for all the people that you would need on the payroll. They was like, you need X amount of millions of dollars a year to even get it up and running. And then you got to continuously have that amount of money every year. Like, but you don't want to do, you know, the grants or anything like that. You don't want to do no loans or anything like that. Like, you don't want no help from an established thing because you want to be the head honcho.
No, because you don't want to do it, period. You're not doing it for
But
it. You're
yeah,
scared.
at the end of the day, that's what it is. Like, he never had any intentions. These buildings are a front. He never had any intentions whatsoever
No.
to open these schools. This was all a scheme that Todd set up to come at us with the bullshit. And they've been coming at us with the bullshit for the past 15 years. But this motherfucker has been a scam artist this whole time.
Dude.
Whole time.
Dude.
He preys on single black mothers. And the whole snow bunnies never, black women forever, whatever the fuck he's saying, that's playing into our our heartstrings or whatever it is that's playing onto us because he knows that we are constantly scrutinized or constantly having our backs turned on black men. So a black man being out there constantly saying that he's pro black woman and fuck them white women in so many words when it's usually the other way around by black men. Of course, what black women will gravitate to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then he's not a bad looking person. So then you got that. Then he's beard gang. Then you got that. You know what I'm saying? And then he's semi-intelligent. Well, you know what? I take that back. He is intelligent because to run this game for this long, you have to be very intelligent.
He's very intelligent.
So
He's just a monster.
yeah, yeah. So you're playing on all the things that a typical black woman would be like, yes, absolutely, absolutely. But then you've been out here lately showing your ass and not thinking out your schemes, not thinking out your next schemes, not thinking out your lies, to where it's just like the jig is up at this point. But there are people that are still defending him.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
think and like I said before, uh, I think he started off with good intentions, but I think once he started getting a taste of celebrity, everything went out the window and his narcissistic ways came into play. Because he's always been a narcissist. You
yeah,
can tell by the way he don't raise his kids.
yeah,
But it was one of those where I think his intentions was good, but then he became, because it's one thing to be, you know, I guess internet famous, but it's another thing to be a famous activist. That's a different ball game and a different set of people. And I
right.
think that went. Oh, I think that got to him, and that bug just it just brought up his old way of being selfish and being a narcissist, because now all of this is it's me. Everybody's coming for me, me, and now there's no more time to think about these black boys. It's only think about the Prince of Pan Africanism.
Hmm. Right.
So I just started thinking about that. I'm like, you know what? I remember watching an hour live where all he did was talk about how he got his name changed, and I didn't hear anything about the school. And I'm so enamored. I watched the shit like a dummy.
So what did you learn?
I learned that he got it from his studies. He's a I forgot what it's a religion that he's African religion that he studies. One of the people that taught him that in Africa gave him that Ifa Tunde name.
Mm.
And so, but I just watched that for like a whole hour on how he was saying what his name was, and not one time did he mention the school.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, these are the things. That was the I drunk the Kool-Aid. I'm the problem. I let him feed into this narcissistic behavior, and didn't once comment, nigga, where's the school at?
Yeah. And then, you know, and he takes that personally and he gets upset and then he wants to, you know, talk greasy to people who do ask, where's the school? You
Yeah,
know, and that's crazy because you have to know as a public figure that has been somebody that has been pushing this for so long that somebody is going to ask you, where's school? You know?
I truly believe that it's going to be that people are still funding him, and what's going to end up happening is the next live we're going to see, he's going to be back in Africa, and he's never coming back.
I can see that. I can see that.
Because the jig's up at this point. At
Yeah.
this point, the jig is up. We're gonna see Dr. Umar and Macy's with a thick white woman. Because the gig is up. We know all of this was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And the only ones gonna take you now after this is white women.
Yeah, they don't know shit about you.
Yeah.
But what about his mama?
And I say this with utmost respect to the Queen Mother, but he don't give a damn about that old lady. He don't care about that old lady. He was only doing that, like I said before on this podcast. He only was taking care of her because of some traumatic events that he had. He wanted to make sure that she only could look towards him. So whatever traumatic event it was, I don't know if she was abusive, verbally or mentally, but whatever it is, he is punishing that lady.
Yeah.
He is punishing. Nobody gets to see her. Are you crazy? You rather pay home health instead of her family to go to the house and take care of her? You're punishing that lady.
Right. You don't want to take her to go get a checkup or anything like that. But you wanna have somebody in your house that you barely even know take care of her for a week while you're out of the country. Make it make sense. And she did it with no background. Man, we need to talk to her because she got so many answers to our questions that people are not asking.
Man, I got so many that I'm 100% sure. 100% sure that he was already being looked at, but I can guarantee you she started that. She put a fire in them that got him shut down.
I wouldn't go that far. I would say that he was most definitely being looked at. The shit was already in motion. She just got the public looking at him. Because I feel like had it not been for her, we wouldn't be looking at him like, nigga, you lying. We probably would be looking at him like, you know, they're trying to come for him now. You know, we probably would be more on his side if it had not been for her. But the fact that she has exposed this fuck shit, we already was looking at him side eye because why are you like she at the end of the day she's a black queen. So why are you talking about this lady the way that you are?
Well, you disrespected her like and like she didn't take care of your mother. See, that's the thing that got me, and that the fact that she literally does have receipts.
And her receipts are receipting.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's people that I follow that said that he's a fraud, just point blank.
There have been people, and because I didn't follow him that closely, like I would watch his interviews on the Breakfast Club, and I follow him on Instagram, and I saw that he went live like almost every day. It's just that I didn't watch him, and I didn't donate to him or anything like that, so I wasn't really following him that closely. So now that I'm engulfed in this whole situation, I'm watching all types of shit. My algorithm is toe down right now because every time I go into YouTube, it's Dr. Umar. So I'm looking at all this shit, right?
Dr. Umar.
There has been people that have been saying he's a fraud for the last decade.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And people just, and the videos get the views. You know what I'm saying? They get the views. They just don't get the people to agree with them enough to not fuck with him. Not until recently. You know what I'm saying?
And it took a lady from the town
Mm-hmm.
to like exposing the way he's being exposed, and it's like, you know, I want to see, I want to interview this lady. I want to get to know this lady, and I want to um, align myself with non losers at this point. You know,
Yeah.
what Cat Williams said, your alliance to losers is just bad. I refuse to align myself with another loser,
Right.
like
Right.
flat out. I just refuse it. I rebuke it in the name of the devil.
Right.
Like,
100%.
and I know I was supposed to say in the name of the Lord, but I'm saying now I'm on that type of time. Get away, all of you, individual, because this is the thing that gets me the most. You have all of these people that will lead all of these blind sheep to the fucking edge of a cliff. All of these people that have done this, I don't know how much this man has made, but I can guarantee you he's made more than everybody that ever has donated to him.
I'm sure.
And he's probably still getting some now. And for the simple
Unfortunately.
fact of he used that money to cater to himself, not take care of his mother, and be predatory to black women with young boys or male children. All of this comes out right now. 2025 was the year of the truth, and this truth is a bopper, and this is why it is so hard to have black leaders out here like that, because you got pieces of shit like this guy.
Yeah.
And so when people are really doing things, they're always going to get side-eyed, because we literally have been getting lied to for a decade and a half.
Yeah.
And and you know, it's so many red flags. It's like, oh man, should have thought about that. Why you don't got nothing going on in Philly?
Yeah.
Why you ain't got
Anytime.
nobody respect? Like why it ain't a Dr. Umar Day in Philly?
Yeah.
Like why you
Like,
ain't?
what are you doing for Philly?
Yeah.
You know?
Now it's like things come to light. Like, you know, at first I was just like, you know, you are never gonna be loved in your city. That's why you got to go other places. Now I realize they was like, man, don't nobody did, man. Come on, man. That guy is a weirdo. We don't deal with him, man. We let these dumbass bras mess with it.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I haven't really found too much on outside of like videos and shit is these weddings. Like,
Yeah, them is, I don't know
what
what
was those about?
those were, just makeshift weddings when he was doing those days, because he was doing those days at the school where he was having I didn't forgot everything about what he used to, when he used to do what is that, Marcus Garvey Day or something like that. It was something he would do at the school.
Okay.
Or out in the playground or whatever, and it was
Mhm.
like, you know, he would have these makeshift weddings where he would get two African queens, which it just, even watching it now, it just, it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
you know, it was just crazy how that you know, and you know, that's probably something I paid for, and I'm really mad about that. And it's probably something that somebody's grandmother paid for, or somebody who should have been paying child support, but they were rooting for you, and they went into the rear for you to even play with him like that.
Yeah.
Like, it is a lot of it's a lot of things going off to the women who really was hoping that this was real, and thinking that they were going to send their boys to somebody that cared, and now they look up and their boys are grown men, and the school still ain't open.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm
Right.
just, if I sound like a Debbie Downer, y'all, I'm really a Debbie Downer on this one, because I was really rooting for this man. I'm talking about, I defended this man to the core. Like, couldn't nobody tell me anything about Dr. Umar. And now it's like, dang, everybody should have told me about Dr. Umar.
Yeah.
I just, I
It's
feel for
sad.
everything that he was saying. I feel for everything he was saying. I thought,
Yeah.
and and, and going into it now and just and watching those old interviews, I was like, I really listened to this.
Yeah.
I really listened to this and thought this was cool. And then it's interviews that I didn't see that I'm like, why is he talking about this and not talking about the school?
Mm-hmm.
I just seen that Don't Call Me White Girl interview. Shout out to Don't Call Me White Girl. He talking about booties. Why ain't you talking about the school?
Yeah. And I think that was recent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was
Then
recent.
I watched another one. It was a group of young men. I forgot the name of the podcast, but he's shooting them down, telling them they less than a man because they don't want to date a woman with kids. I'm like, why you ain't talking about the school?
Yeah.
Well, how you gonna tell this young man what he don't want? It's wrong for what he don't want to do. He didn't make that baby. But since a baby has been made, why you ain't talking about the school?
Or why you ain't talking about how you got kids out here that you don't fuck with?
What do we? I'm
How
like,
you
what?
worried about other people, dating or not dating people with kids? Your ass is a deadbeat. Why we
Yeah,
ain't trying
you
to
want
talk about
somebody
that?
else to take care of your kids. That's
And
that's
then,
basically what you were saying.
right. And then on top of that, you actually got 3 kids. Apparently, this third kid is by a chick that's not that much older than his oldest daughter. But he keeps that under wraps because of that fact.
Jermaine.
All alleged, but
Mr.
nonetheless.
Shumick. Mr. Shumick. And I refuse to call you anything but Shumick.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna be respectful and I'm gonna say this. I hope that you get the help that you need because this is clearly unbecoming behavior. A lot of people are coming out now saying you might be on something. So I hope you get all the help you need. And I hope, and I mean, call me crazy, but I hope that something happens where you can reform yourself to at least get on a team that will help you do something that is dedicated to the boys you've been lying to for 15 years.
Yeah.
I want to say that because as much as I want to get in there and like be Lily, I'm really disappointed. Like I'm utterly disappointed in you because you played me.
Yeah.
Just to be quite honest, and you playing me, I have to sit back and take a good look at myself and really evaluate who I actually listen to and absorb.
Yeah.
Because I don't want no parts of that type of behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm off of him. I'm off of Mr. Shumick.
Yeah. 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 It's definitely unfortunate. Of course, this is a developing story. And we will be back for any of the latest developments to discuss. I don't have any final thoughts. So, Jerry's final thought, take it away.
What's up, everybody? Sometimes I end up saying things over and over again, repeating it, and that's because it needs to be said sometimes when I do my Jerry's final thoughts. But I will just end this at this. Make sure that the information that you are receiving not only comes from a reputable source, but that reputable source also has reputable sources. We have seen this unfold where we have watched not only things get shut down, but lives get destroyed in the process. You got to understand that and I'm still speaking on Shoemaker, but we have to understand this. In this whole situation, you have individuals who gave you their last, and they can't see any of it. You we got to really pay attention to who we allow to be our kings.
Yeah.
And as always, take care of yourself and others.
Thank you for Jerry's final thought. And this was episode 171 of the Ish We Talk. We will see you guys for episode 172. Bye.
Exactly.